Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. I have a little bit of a different video for us here. I am Tom, and today we are going to be taking a quiz that is going to tell me what kind of reader I am. I was scrolling around Instagram the other day and came across Stephen J. Reese's page, and basically they had this quiz that you can take, and it tells you what kind of reader you are, and it's based on color, which, I mean, it just felt like I had to do this, especially, going with my name here on YouTube. It just felt like something I had to do. So I haven't done this at all yet. I haven't really looked at it at all. For all I know, this is going to take 3 minutes, and this is going to be kind of a boring video, but I thought it was at least worth a shot, and we would see how things go. So let's look at quickly what is here, what it's going to tell us about my reading, and all of this will be linked in the description so you can tell me what kind of reader you are once we are done. So here it says the reading assessment that will get you reading books you love, which all sounds cool. Stop reading books you hate. Most people don't know what kind of reader they are, which is why they waste time on books they never finish. How it works: take the assessment, learn your type, read better books. Very simple. There are 6 reading types. Find yours. Okay, not a whole lot going on in here, but let's go ahead and take this assessment. All right, let's do it. This quiz will show you 24 different hypothetical book summaries, indicate how likely you would be to read each one. A poetic memoir weaves together fragments, dreams, journal entries, old texts chronicling the author's healing after grief. That's probably not something I would go to. A woman falls in love with a man through anonymous letters exchanged in library books, never meeting until fate intervenes. That's a maybe. And also, if you can think of a book that this lines up with, one of these questions, definitely let me know. I haven't read How You Win the Time War, but this sounds like something similar along those lines. I wonder if, by the end it's going to recommend you books, like based on stuff like that. In a city run by corporations, a lone data hacker risks everything to uncover the truth behind a massive digital blackout. Maybe, again, for me. In a shadowed world ruled by an elemental warlord, a cursed warrior, and an outcast prince from a forbidden bond that could remake the realm. I mean, I would definitely read that. A solitary monk walks across America, encountering strangers who subtly reshape his inner life and beliefs. I might read that one. Drawing on neuroscience and ancient philosophy, this guide helps overthinkers learn to make better decisions. I would probably not read that. That sounds like a nonfiction, and I'm not really a nonfiction reader. A surrealist artist discovers her paintings are portraits to real worlds, and something is starting to come back through the canvas. I would maybe read that. That sounds like a book. That sounds like a synopsis for a book that I have heard of. A grumpy CEO starts to rethink what's important to him after he falls in love with a new VP of marketing. Probably not. An ex-assassin hiding in Alaska must confront his past when his daughter is taken by a vengeful arm dealers. Probably not. A chef journeys across post-Soviet Europe searching for the recipes that define her grandmother's lost homeland. Probably not. Though I would want to eat the meals. A multi-generational novel told from the perspective of a single household and the people who lived, loved, and died within it. This reminds me, I wish I could remember it, there's a graphic novel, and I think it was just made into a movie that is basically this. It's like shot just from the corner of a room, and like you just see what happens in this room throughout history, and I kind of want to read it, so I would probably read that one. A deep dive into how the food system, global trade, and local economy shape the way we eat. Definitely not something I would want to read. That's more something I would want to watch, like a documentary or something. A linguist and an ex-CIA operative must decode an ancient manuscript before a secret society reshapes history. This is the Da Vinci Code or something, right? Which I have read. I actually really like it, so I guess. But like that's just like the Da Vinci Code or something, or Angels and Demons, something like that, or what's the Nicolas Cage movie? The one where he steals the Declaration of Independence. I can't remember it off the top of my head. A novel told entirely through footnotes and deleted Wikipedia entries reconstructed the life of a time. No, thank you. I would not want to do that. A struggling screenwriter falls for the nanny of his ex-wife's kids in a story filled with awkward. No. That's just a no for me. In a future where dreams can be uploaded and bought, a woman begins to lose the line between memory and product. Probably not. We're not getting a whole lot of hits here, are we? A former Silicon Valley exec shares what broke him, what healed him. No, that's just another one. No. A rescue team in Antarctica picks up a distress signal from a base that officially doesn't exist and never did. Now that sounds interesting to me. A cultural critic's essay collection on the end of piracy, the ascent of the apocalypse, and no, thank you. Sounds like another nonfiction. A woman uncovers a box of unsent letters and begins to rewrite the story of her childhood. Probably not. A clear, no-nonsense manual on how to. No, I would not want to read how to lead teams with empathy, structure, and long-term vision. No, I don't read for those kinds of purposes. And I'm not 100% sure how to say that word. Joins an expedition into the Congo to find a supposedly extinct bird. Then the team vanishes one by one. Okay, I would probably read that one then. That sounds kind of like Annihilation, even though I haven't read it. Sounds like, something similar to that. In an alternative 1800s, a woman disguises herself as a man to join a pirate crew in search of a mythical island said to grant second lives. Maybe. I'm down for some pirate stuff. A box of mementos hidden by her late husband sends a young widow on a cross-country ride trip through memory and mourning. Probably not. All right, so let's go ahead and get my answer. What kind of... Guys, I could not have planned that I promise I didn't do anything to make that happen. I'm tied. Okay, so at least it's tied between a red and an orange with a little bit of blue. So that is cool. Now I need to go figure out what these colors are. Okay, let's explore my type and see what it says. You are an orange reader, the serial world hopper. What is an orange reader? The orange reader thrives on masterful world building. They look for stories with imagination, exploration, and vivid storytelling that transports them far beyond the ordinary. I mean, that is all very true. I'm not going to read all of this because I think that would make this video very, very boring. So I'm going to skim some of this and come back to you guys. Okay, so I skimmed some of what was going on up there, and then it starts to give you some preferences, which I think is really cool. It looks like, you can get weekly recommendations for free. They want you to join their mailing list. But I will say these couple of stories that are recommended right here are definitely things that I would be interested into. I definitely think that this is maybe something for people, I think it even says this in the beginning, is for people who haven't read stuff. But I really enjoy Dune. I really enjoy The Way of Kings. I have not actually read Outlander at all, though I've heard of it. And Shogun is on my high priority of books to get to. So those are at least some good recommendations there. And then let's see, there's Name of the Wind, which is probably one I would enjoy. Lonesome Dove is one that is, once again, very, very high up on my list. American Gods was at one point, and then The Lost City of Z. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe I'll have to check it out now. This was fun. It's not anything too serious. I would definitely like to see what you guys have, what reader type you get. It looks like they have all kinds of different things in here, and this was fun. So like I said, I would definitely put this in the comments below. Come hang out in the Discord. Tell me what kind of color you got and if you think this was right or wrong. For me, I actually am surprised. I was kind of worried that this wasn't going to work at all because I said no to so many different things, but I guess what I did say to worked out. So I promise I have nothing to do with this, and I have no idea how I somehow got orange. It's just like fate wanted it to be. Also, this is yellow. I don't know. They need to fix their CSS and change that from yellow to orange. But that is all for me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Once again, let me know what you got down below in the comments. Come hang out on the Discord, and remember to read what you want when you want.